Hi guys, thanks for joining us this week. We're down at Nova MMA talking to Nkosi and Ndebele. Nkosi, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Future.
So for those that don't know, just give us a bit of background on your MMA journey thus far.
My name is Nkosi, the Future, and I've been doing MMA. This will be my third year doing MMA. I started doing MMA, training MMA from 2016. And I just had a bit of a background on Kyokushinkai, but I stopped it for like 4 years because of my high school and then going to matric. But I just resumed everything, and I started down at the bottom with Nova with Coach JD. And yeah, it was tough because I didn't know anything about MMA, but I through hard training and commitment, I've been doing well so far. So yeah.
So you've also represented your country. You fought at the Africa Open as well. Tell us what that experience was like, fighting for your own country in South Africa.
Fighting at the All African was one experience for me. I wanted to do it in 2016, but I couldn't because I missed weight, and that was very heartbreaking for me. But 2017 came, and I was ready. I wanted to do the All African. So I trained hard, went hard on it. Became the All African Lightweight Championship. So it was actually very fantastic. Representing South Africa. Being an All African champion. For South Africa. So that was quite a big step for me. And I just can't wait for more to come.
And then the end of last year, you went overseas to Bahrain to represent your country at the World Champs. Tell us what it was like to go and fight overseas against international opponents.
That was actually one of the best things that has ever happened to me, especially concerning this, my MMA career. I really thought, the All Africans in South Africa, I just imagined it as the level. I thought maybe the level was that much. But, when I went to the world in Bahrain, it was something different. The level there the standard is very high. First of all, you get to the arena, the people, I've never performed in front of so much people, fighting. So it was actually amazing. And it's big, and the intensity is very high. I fought against a Canadian, and the intensity was very high. I could see the standard, and immediately my mind and my thinking was changed. Bro, you have to train very hard, especially if I want to compete internationally. I have to pull up my socks. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. So right now I'm very grateful because my mind has been enlarged. My training now is something else. When I train, I want to push more harder because I'm just thinking about the standard out there, and I'm thinking of those guys train hard and they've got like 30 fights, amateur fights, 25 amateur fights before they even go pro. So I'm going to train hard and, I'm going to do my best, and already I'm doing that, and, I can't wait. So.
And then your amateur career so far, so you competed Fight Stars. You've also now entered the Fight Stars reality show, Searching for a Scrap. You're the #1 contender in that.
Yeah.
And then for those that don't know, you're also a 2-weight division champion at Fight Stars. So just tell us about winning those 2 belts and what that meant for you.
Winning those 2 belts, it was fantastic for me. I've always, every time I speak to myself, I always tell myself that I'm the champ. I'm the champion of the champion of the champs. Well, there's 2 titles, which means there's one more shot. So. Winning the first one was wow. I actually told myself, okay, the journey has begun. And then going for the second one, it was fantastic as well. And my opponents were very tough people. They were strong people in which when some guys were looking at me, they're like, bro, just, you're not gonna win, but I had to fight through, and I won the titles. Yes, being these 5-star amateur titles, they mean something, but it's not the end of the line. I cannot have a big head now and be like, this is it for me, But, I'm grateful I have the titles, but, it's only the beginning. I still have a long way to go, and I still have a lot more training to go. Titles may not might mean something to some people, but to me, they mean, you know, I'm taking a step. You know, it's another stepping stone. I'm actually stepping forward, and you know, until I get that gold, until I get that world, you know, title, you know, around my waist and my shoulders, you know, that's when maybe I will be like, okay, cool. I think I've, you know, done a bit better.
And then talking about the searching for a scrap show, obviously that's a knockout tournament. You're the #1 seed, and the first round starts this weekend, Saturday. So just tell us about your thoughts on the tournament, your opponent.
Yeah, you see, when it comes to the tournament, I'll tell you the truth. You know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of the guys, you know, they have got their eyes on me. I know for sure, because you know I'm their champion for sure. So, but I'm not underestimating any of my opponents. You know, that's not how I am. You know, this is MMA, anything can happen. And every time I train, you know, I train as hard as I can, you know, for any fight. And my opponent, God knows, you know, he's a good guy. You know, he's actually one of my friends. I've seen him since he started fighting, from his first fight and everything. And at the same time, you know, I'm not moved. You know, I was even saying that, you know, when I look at this competition, I'm gonna go all in full force. You know, give it all my best. You know, showcase my talent, show the people that the future is here and the future remains exciting. So, you know, I can't wait. You know, I hope my opponent has trained very hard as well. But one thing I must tell you is that I'm taking the #1 spot. You know, all this competition is mine. So, yeah.
And then obviously part of that show as well is following you around in your day-to-day stuff. So give us a bit of background on Nkosi, the man, not Nkosi, the fighter. What do you get up to when you're not training?
When I'm not training, obviously I work here at Nova MMA. So this is me waking up early in the morning, 8 o'clock I'm here, having some few clients, doing classes with them. And then around 10 also having some clients, doing classes with them, you know. And I do a bit of few schools. We do some kickboxing at schools. So, and then I do those mostly on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then, yeah, and then in the evening, you know, kickboxing, kids bulletproof classes and all this. So that's just me the whole day, you know. But I spend most of my day here at the gym. And then that's why I get the opportunity to train as well, because my hours are a bit open. So I can train maybe 6 times or 7 times a day. And so, yeah, it's fantastic for me. It's good because everything's just working. I'm always here. I can train anytime. I can see something and I can try it out. You know, my coach is always here, will be helping me out. You know, so I'm always, you know, thinking about, you know, what to do. You know, this and that. You know, I'm not stressing about anything at all. So yeah.
And then just some quick fire questions. Just answer the first thing that comes into your mind, just to let the guys know a bit more about you. Mm-hmm. Favorite meal? Since you're weight cutting, it's a good question.
Is it like
any meal, anything you can eat? Favorite meal?
Not because I'm on diet.
Anything.
Favorite. Okay, for me that would be pap and stew.
Pap and stew.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Favorite car?
Oh, Grand Cherokee SRT.
Grand Cherokee.
Yeah, Grand Cherokee SRT.
Okay. Favorite song?
It's a church song. The name is El Helocomb. It's called He Will.
And your favorite thing to do when you're not in the gym?
Play games. And watch lots of series and lots of movies. So yeah.
Perfect. Well, guys, there you have it. Nkosi's fighting this weekend, Saturday at 5 Stars 20.